It's Tuesday.
What is Tuesday?
Tuesday with Tony. It's 11
Tuesday with
a.m.
Tony. See, it's a good thing you remind me, and you people out there, don't let me forget again. Every Tuesday, tune in and see Tuesday with Tony, so I don't forget again.
We had Tuesday with Touquet for a couple of weeks, but Tony Ellis is back. Get ready for a brand new Wrestling Insiders.
Cheer! Why, hello! I would ask what was on your mind, but I already know. You want to know what has got my beard looking oh so majestic. And I'll tell you, it's sexy as hell beard care. Coconut oil, vitamin E oil, almond oil, both sweet and bitter, shea butter, it's all natural. Yes, JTG has actually come out with a high quality product. So support your boy by going to sahbeardcare.com and take one step closer to becoming sexy as hell. Cheer. Ooh, cheer. You know?
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome back to another Wrestling Insiders. I'm Dan Marati, and I'm back with the offer. I couldn't be happier. It's Thanksgiving week. I can smell the aroma of that turkey. I'm getting hungry.
Not me.
Why?
I'll be at the hospital.
You can't make a little turkey and bring it with you for you and Monica? Why? What do you think? The other patrons of the hospital are going to ravage and attack you with the turkey?
Yeah, but I'll be at the hospital. But I want everybody else to enjoy their Thanksgiving.
All right.
This year, Tony will not have a Thanksgiving.
But you couldn't bring your wife a plate? No?
It's not the same.
Can she not eat it, or?
Well, it's not the same.
All right, well,
it's not Thanksgiving.
Maybe you could get
Me
a
and
pizza
her,
or something.
We won't have Thanksgiving. We won't have Christmas either this year. But there's always next year.
That's right. And next year it'll be better than ever.
Yes.
All right, Tony, there is a major controversy brewing right now in the world of professional wrestling. Before we went on the air, I texted you a picture of a T-shirt. And I don't think you understood. Well, what was your impression when you saw the picture of the T-shirt?
Piece of junk.
What was wrong with it?
Horrible. What is it? Just a name on a shirt? I mean,
no, it's really nothing to laugh at. It's a serious subject.
I mean, what is it supposed to represent?
But your reaction to it is funny because you have no idea what's going on online with the controversy. The wrestler in question is NXT superstar Jordan Miles. He wrestled as ACH in Ring of Honor and on the Independents. I'm going to have to go to the old eyes to try and read this to you. On October 26th, Jordan Miles tweeted, "They'll regret making this." On October 27th, he tweeted, "I will keep posting this till my voice is heard. I'm not sorry for anything I say or do. Representation is important. If this is Vince McMahon and Triple H's vision of me, then this is a slap in the face to every African-American performer, fan, and supporter." He later went on to say, "The whole WWE system is fraud. They created this system where you can't trust anyone. You grow cold and you grow apart from what you love the most. The fact that Hulk Hogan is still employed after giving the locker room an apology for being caught says enough. Hashtag for the culture." In WWE's defense, WWE claimed that Jordan Miles approved the T-shirt. Miles responded on Twitter and said instead of confronting the situation, he came up with another idea to design the shirt. So, Tony, with all that said, now what do you think?
Whoever designed it need a new job.
Well, I think what
it's nothing in it. I mean, see,
he says it's a racist T-shirt.
Oh, I don't see it as a racist T-shirt. I just see a lack of imagination. I remember the old WWE shirts, WWF shirt. When you bought a China shirt with a picture of China with stuff, when Triple H made the shirt with Shawn Michaels and the big tanks coming out from behind him. Now what they got a pair of look like a silicone with a big red lip with a name on it. I mean,
well, that's what bothers them. It's a stereotypical pair of black lips with big teeth. And
there's no teeth on the shirt. It's just
well, the
red.
letters are supposed to represent the teeth.
You don't even understand what it is. See, the problem now, what I see in a lot of the merchandise, it looks cheap.
Cheap merchandise.
It's cheap merchandise. Yeah. They ain't putting no money. You only get out of something. You get what you paid for. If you know, he got a great artist there, Jerry the King Lawler, and they coming up with these little logos for wrestlers. Instead of giving up, the fans don't want to see a logo because if when people see it, they're gonna say, "What is that?" I said, "What the hell is that?" See, the problem with probably a lot of these guys about this race stuff.
Yeah.
Get over it. The most racist, the most deadly, the most scary thing to the black community is the black male. We got to get over this stuff about blaming white people for stuff that we do more of than anybody else. You making these music. If he will get mad at somebody, he should get mad at the producers. Because I have talked to a lot of rappers, and they want to make good, positive music. They want to do that. But the producer will not produce their record if they make good, positive records. So they want to make records where they use the N-word, where they curse, where they swear, and stuff like that. And they are pushing this mess among our young African Americans. And while he's fussing at the WWE for that little bit of something that I never, and I'm black, I mean, I can't see racism in it. I don't even know what the hell it is.
It's supposed to, in his opinion, it's supposed to represent a black mouth with big teeth.
Yeah, but
you don't see it.
No, I don't see it. I think that kid got to start smoking that crack or whatever.
He did screenshot an email from a WWE merchandise exec that said it was intended to be kind of a teethy design. As someone that knows black mouths better than I do, is that an insulting T-shirt?
No, it's just cheap looking, in my opinion.
So you're more insulted it's a garbage design and it's uncreative.
If that creativity, that Vince whoever Vince paid for that to do that shirt is stealing money. Vince should take a warrant out for him for theft because he's stealing money. No imagination. I remember the old WWF, even the shirts they make now. You know, when they made the one of Shame with the great white on the back, it had like just the great white, and it had little like suns land coming. No, nothing in it. See, when people spend money, they want to get something, go like, wow, look at this. I got my Hall of Fame shirt when they did the Hall of Fame T-shirt, and they put all those guys' picture around with the Hall of Fame. That is great.
It's a nice shirt.
My Hall of Fame ring, when I look at my Hall of Fame ring, and when I look at the new rings they got now, I'm glad they put me in then. That ring that they give now, cheap. Everything they do, they cutting corners on everything. But they bringing in racism on everything. And what happened when you do that on everything? You ever hear the story about the boy they called Wolf?
Yeah.
He kept hollering Wolf because he was lonely. So people would run up there, found out there's no Wolf, he just wanted somebody to talk to. Then the real Wolf came. Nobody took him seriously. And that's what ended up happening. That is not racism. If he getting a nice paycheck, they make a T-shirt, they can make one of me. They can put big lip, big nose, all that stuff on. I got a big lips, I got big nose. I'm not ashamed of my heritage.
If they officially released that T-shirt online, do you think a lot of fans would have paid $27.99 for it?
No, because the artwork is lousy. It's a lousy looking shirt.
And that's the only reason.
That's the only reason. It's lousy looking.
You don't think there would have been any backlash from the African American community?
Who is thinking like that?
ACH, Jordan Miles.
Well, he's goofy.
He's goofy.
Yeah, he's trying to start smoking crack.
Do you think it was wise for him to call out Vince McMahon and Triple H on Twitter?
No.
Do you think that could hurt his future employment?
It already did.
What do you mean it already did?
He's already fired.
And you think they just haven't pulled the trigger yet?
He already fired.
And they just haven't pulled the trigger
Nobody
yet.
gonna keep trouble around.
Yeah.
If he's gonna try to hit Vince for something that damn simple, what if something big happened? And then he badmouth Hulk Hogan. And he probably listened to music that use the word all day long. But Hulk Hogan said it. Like I said, if the word is bad for a white man to use it, it should be bad for a black man to use it too. You cannot tell white people they can't say something and tell a black person he can say whatever the hell they say. That's why people don't like things that is unfair. You have to be fair about things. Ask him what type of music he lifted. All these rappers out here using the N-word 100 freaking times in the music. And 70% of the people that buy rap music are Caucasian. But they can't even sing the lyrics. Nobody want to be treated unequal to nobody. When they tell me that when I first started in the business, I remember we went to this truck stop. And the guy said, well, Tony, you know, this guy, he don't like blacks in his place, but the food is great. What can we bring you? So they went in, sat at the counter, they ate, and they brought me my food out, had the best chili cheese dog. I mean, this guy made some good chili.
Yeah.
They would bring me a bowl of chili out to the car because I could not come into this man's restaurant to eat. Now, I felt bad about that because of the color of my skin, I could not go and sit at that counter. Well, it's the same thing. When you tell one person they could do something, and you tell another person they can't. See, it's nothing racist about that. What? Lips?
If they released...
Come on now.
Well,
look at all these white girls got big old red lips.
well, no, isn't it kind of a
white
stereotypical
people
thing?
with big old red lips. Big lips don't just go on. Look at the lips on Andre.
Yeah.
Andre had a great big old lips.
Would you have been offended if they made a Tony Atlas shirt like that?
Yes, I would if they didn't put them guns. I ain't known for lips. I'm known for my guns. That'd be the only reason. I wouldn't think they're being racist. I would just think, hey, brother, come on, my best assets. You're not showing my best assets. It's like if I did a shirt on Arnold Schwarzenegger and I just drew his lips and not put that fantastic body that this guy had, one of the greatest bodies that the world ever seen. I'm not showing him at his best asset. And in the older days, Vince used to show his wrestlers, he would bring out the best assets of his wrestler. You know, you look at the picture of Hogan ripping the shirt off him, man, that's a great freaking T-shirt somebody to have, you know? Who would not want that T-shirt? Or Lou Ferrigno as the Incredible Hulk breaking through. Or some of these Marvel comic T-shirt where Spider-Man is shooting through the air. That's what you want. You know, you don't want a symbol of like an eye, some eyes looking at you and say, them the eyes of Batman. What the fuck? What, you got to use your imagination on everything now? People don't want to look at something and say, what that's supposed to represent. Now, he may see it as being racism. Another person like I look at it and say, what the hell is that?
So when you first saw the Jordan Miles T-shirt, you weren't thinking of black lips and black teeth.
I just think of a cheap.
You weren't impressed.
It's cheap.
No.
Cheap. I mean, you're paying for what? A name? A name?
You know what? If that's how he felt in his heart, that's how he felt in his heart.
Well,
I just worry that for such a high-quality athlete, he's going to be hurting his employment.
We're not only hurting his employment, but I rode down the street many a time with different nationality of people. I mean, I rode with Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch, who was known all through the wrestling business as being a Klansman. One of my best friends. I even hear stuff about Dusty Rhodes not favoring blacks that much, even though they was his biggest fan. I hear stories about a lot of guys.
Well, I believe, didn't you heard the word directly from his mouth,
oh,
did
yeah,
you not?
Every wrestler that I knew used that word.
But he was the American dream.
They all did it. They all used it.
He was the dream, baby.
Right,
yeah.
Right. They all used it back in them days. There was not one wrestler that I knew that did not use the word. It was used regularly, but not towards black. I must have seen Alvin Puskey and Ole Anderson get called a dumb Pollock many a time. I hear Captain Lou Albano get on TV calling people guineas and stuff like that.
I don't think that's as offensive
yeah,
as
but
the N-word.
I hear racial slurs. You know, they call women the C word all the time. I mean, it was common for the 70s and 80s. That was just common language. But my mother, we was a different breed of people. we were thick-skinned.
Yeah.
We wasn't as sensitive as people are today. So my mother one time, if somebody called me a name, my mother said, well, what did I name you, boy? I said, Tony. She said, well, they wasn't talking about you because I didn't name you that. I named you Tony. So if somebody called you anything, what she said, outside of your name, do not respond to it. They're not talking about you. Don't make people make you into something that you're not.
Wouldn't it be great if everybody looked at it from that point of view? I think your mother's a very wise woman for saying that to you.
Well, see, what happened, the ambulance chasers got involved.
Yeah.
The lawyers, it's like they tried to get me to sign this paper one time about a concussion.
I remember you told me, yep, the lawsuit.
Yeah.
The class action lawsuit.
Yeah, they want me to sue Vince for concussion. So I got my buddy to mail him a little bit of tape of a man that started kicking me in the head with them boots. I said, can I sue her too? He ain't called me back no more. I said, how in the hell? I said, all thing Vince have to do is show that tape of me getting kicked in the head and women stomping on me. Now, did the concussion come from hitting with the chair or Tony after getting stomped by women? You see my point?
In 2019, it would be hard to tell.
How can I blame Vince for concussion when I wrestled Georgia Championship Wrestling?
All those different
AW,
promotions.
We all been everywhere else. So what is it say that all of a sudden Vince is the cause of, and there was guys that nobody wrestled for, like John Leo or Jonathan.
John Leo Jonathan.
Can you believe that? He retired before Vince was born. You kidding me? But see, that's how people are. Once these
they all
lawyers,
want the payday.
Yeah, I saw this. To explain what I'm trying to say to the people out there, I was reading the newspaper one time, and it was a little joke in that, and it was this great big guy, as big as the Big Show.
Yeah.
He had the chaps on, the leather jacket, even had colors on his back. You don't mess with a guy that got colors.
Right.
Came up with this Harley Davidson 1200cc, the big boy, the big roll hall. And he got off his bike, get ready to go into a store. Well, as he was going to the store, this little bitty guy looked like Pee Wee Herman, walked over and said, hey, big guy, and kicked his bike over. Now, anybody know anything about bikers, you could beat on his wife, you could beat on his mom, you could beat on him, but you don't touch his bike, especially a man with colors. So he kicked his bike over. So the big guy walked over to him and said, hey, big guy, what you gonna do? You gonna beat me up? He said, no, this is the nannies. I'm gonna sue you. Everybody is looking for a cheap way of living.
An easy payday.
An easy payday. And so that's why they all jumped on Vince McMahon, because Vince the one with the money. A guy could get a concussion right now with TNA or one of these, or Ring of Honor, go to Vince, the doctor recommend him to have a TNA, now he's gonna sue Vince. But he's not gonna sue the person that he got the concussion from, which would be Ring of Honor, because Ring of Honor don't have the money. They always go for the deepest pockets. Yep. Everything that happened with another wrestler, just like when the poor kid commit suicide, killed Chris Benoit,
yep.
They killed a woman, everything. Who did they go after? They went after Vince. Earlier we was talking about the sex scandal. Who did they go after? They didn't go after the people that Mel Phillips. They went after Vince. When Hogan got busted for steroids, they didn't come after Hogan for the steroid. They came after Vince. The reason he got deep pockets. Whenever you got deep pocket, people is always looking for a way. That's what happened with Stormy Daniels. She took the money from Trump, and some lawyer said, hey, how much you get? Well, I got this amount. Oh, man, that's all you got? Hey, let me handle this. We could get you more money. So then
Talk about
all over
TV. A classless pig to do that.
That's what I'm trying to say. She already got, man already don't set her up nicely there. You know, that's a good paycheck. I'd do them for that money. I put on a dress, some lipstick. I do them. Somebody asked Rufus Arjo, said, Rufus, will you give a guy a BJ for $1 million? Rufus thought about it for a while. He said, well, $1 million buy a lot of mouthwash.
That's a good one. I like that.
He said $1 million buy a lot of mouthwash. So that's what that's all about. He's trying to
you
get
think he wants to sue Vince?
Well, that's what Taylor Law and them did to WCW. That was one of the main reasons they went out of business. when the wrestlers turn on them like that. They shoot them for...
They didn't have to pay that much money out. There wasn't a reason that they went out of business.
When you look at the
there was a
whole
lot of
group,
money
there
they
was
had
a lot
to
of
pay
money.
out.
And plus, it's what goes with it.
Yeah.
Once you get sued and you win the case on racism, now they had to get rid of it then, because now what's going to happen, who said the Nate group is not going to do the same thing? They don't won one time. That's the only reason they're doing the concussion thing, because that same lawyer, he won the battle with the MFL. So they figure, hey, if he could do it for the MFL, he could do it for us. It don't mean we have concussions. You know, most of us got knees and back problems, not head problems.
I'd like to think that most of the guys in the business have suffered a concussion at some point in time. I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is, how do you ever pinpoint it to say, oh, it happened in WWE? I don't think you, unless you have a match on tape, I don't really think you can.
And the sad thing about the guy that was really pushing it, Billy Jack, how long was he there, 8 months?
Very short run.
It wasn't even there a year.
He was there a little longer than a year,
Not
but not
long.
much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't like, if Hulk Hogan was saying that, I can understand with the many matches and stuff he did. Yeah, you can understand the Hulk Hogan saying it, but I can't understand a guy that only been there for about a year or something.
Yeah.
He spent most of the time with WCW. Did you sue WCW?
Yeah.
But there's no money.
There's nothing left there.
They're always going about the whoever got the deepest pocket. But that guy that tried to make that T-shirt into racism is a slap in the face to all people that have suffered real racism.
Wow.
I mean, if somebody gonna spend money on me to make a T-shirt and to give me a fat royalty check, be racist.
Tony,
that's going to put money in his pocket.
If you could give the gentleman any advice, or any future wrestler that feels maybe they've faced racism in some way, shape, or form in WWE or any wrestling company, how would you suggest they go about it? Would it be to attack them on Twitter? What would your response be to that?
It don't exist. That's the
Racism
problem.
doesn't exist.
Not in wrestling. Vince would fire you on the spot. It's in the contract. Vince would fire you on the spot, man. That's why I don't. It's in the contract. I signed WWE contracts, not too long ago. You can't use racial slurs, and you can't use sexual harassment. Sexual harassment, all that stuff is in the contract. So Vince is not going to violate his own contract. That was not meant to be racist. It was just they got these creative artists now that do logos. You can see racism in everything.
If you look
if you look for it long enough, I mean, it could be anything. I could find reason to call you a racist, which I know you're not. But I could probably find some reason to do it if I think I can get $1 or $2. And that's the sad thing about our generation. Everybody is looking for a payday. He's not looking for, because if Vince were really racist,
you wouldn't have hired him to begin with.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, Tony. You are, again, the voice of reason in these situations. As we get ready for our big night, our homecoming, our reunion, no racism involved, Saturday night, December the 28th, Memorial Hall, downtown Melrose, Massachusetts, 2 blocks that way. MWF Project X is part of our 8th annual Paul Bear Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. We'll be back after this brief timeout.
They're ready to take their rightful place amongst the literary greats. Who, you ask?
The New Day!
That's who. It's the Book of Booty. Shake it, love it, never be it. It's the feel-good story of the rise of the New Day. Loaded with games, trivia, coloring pages, and so much more. The Book of Booty. Shake it, love it, never be it. Available now online or wherever books are sold.
Tony, what an episode. Again, it's a pleasure to have you back there as you have a little bit of dinner.
Yeah, I'm always eating. Every time you see me, I'm always chomping on something.
All right. Well, we're running out of time here on this program, Tony. Again, we want to implore the great fans at home. It's our homecoming. It's our reunion. Saturday night, December the 28th, 2 blocks down the road from us at the historic Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts. It's MWF Project X, part of the 8th annual Paul Bear Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. You're going to see so many Hall of Famers, you're going to run out of fingers to put rings on. You're talking about Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. Tony Atlas himself. Gerald Briscoe, the WWE Talent Scout as well. He's going to be conducting an interactive, informative seminar for independent wrestlers that afternoon. You're going to see the Cam Zagami-sponsored Vicky Guerrero, the former general manager of SmackDown, along with TJP, the former WWE Cruiserweight Champion, along with a host of others. It's going to be a great night. Don't forget, through Cyber Monday, discount VIP packages and tickets are available on the BostonWrestling.com super site. If you're not in the Boston area and you still want to be part of the fun, we have a special program Tony and I have come up with where if you buy a general admission ticket, just say you live in North Dakota, if you live in Texas, we'll take that ticket and we'll donate it to our friends at Special Olympics Massachusetts so those great kids can enjoy a free night of wrestling. I think that was a great idea that you had, Tony.
Yes, it is. You know, the Special Olympics, if you ever go to one and you see the look on them kids' faces when they win their medal, and they will wear that medal with such pride. So not only are you contributing to a great show, you're going to be contributing to the Special Olympics, special needs individual. And it's a great thing. Warms the heart.
We have fans that watch our program from all over the world. We know fans from all over the world. It'd be difficult for them to come to Melrose for Project X on December the 28th. But if you appreciate the hard work that Tony and I and so many others put into these great shows that you can enjoy for free each and every week, buy a ticket to the event under the special link that involves the Special Olympics, and we'll make sure those kids get to come to the event for free thanks to you. Everybody wins that way. And if that wasn't enough, Tony, the holidays are coming, Christmas. If you're looking for great wrestling merchandise, head on over to the eBay store. We have the page, the link. It runs throughout our programs and on our YouTube videos. And if you want more Tony, I don't think they care about me, but if you want more Tony, like, share, and subscribe these videos. Tell your wrestling friends. The more fans we have interacting with these shows, the more episodes we can bring them. It's not cheap to keep these lights on, Tony.
No, it's not. And for all you nice ladies out here with gigantic feet, any woman that wear anywhere between a 10 up to a size 22, come and step on my face.
Tony, if that wasn't enough, we've talked about December the 28th quite a bit. Forget about the roads. The seas are leading to Tampa, Florida, WrestleMania weekend. You and I might have to wear Pirates hats at WrestleCon.
Yeah, because they're out of being in Florida.
That's right.
I'm going to wrestle an alligator right there in front of everybody.
Well, that would be worth the price of admission.
But first, I'm going to put tennis shoes on the alligator and have him to walk on them.
All right, well, again, that remains to be seen. For the Hall of Famer Tony Atlas, I'm Dan Marotti. Until next time, remember, every Monday night, 7 p.m., it's MWF Ultra. And then every Tuesday morning, 11 o'clock, it's Tuesday with
Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
I was looking for Tuesday with Tony, but I'll take what I can get. We'll see you next time, fans. Be well. I'm Dan Marotti.
And I'm John Cena Sr.
Let us tell you how the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation can help raise cash for your nonprofit cause. Experience the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation live in your city, throughout New England, the tri-state area, down through the Carolinas, out to our friends in the Midwest and beyond.
If your nonprofit organization is looking for an interactive turnkey experience while putting the fun into fundraising, you've met the perfect tag team partner to work with every step of the way.
The MWF offers a variety of packages for groups of almost any size, from our live events at the Boston Garden, the Kowloon Entertainment Dining Complex, and the legendary Suffolk Downs, to high school gyms and function halls. We've presented live events everywhere and anywhere.
Since 2001, the MWF's mission has been simple: keep the kids off the streets. Under the leadership of President David Reese, we bring the superstars of yesterday, today, and tomorrow to your town. Not for a wrestling show, but an event that features action-packed in-ring wrestling, autograph, pose photo opportunities, Q&A sessions, and so much more. It's the best of sports and entertainment. The week of your event, we can add on to the endeavor with anti-bullying campaigns, library meet and greet reads, youth sport concussion seminars, and more.
Our live events are fit for fans of any age from 5 to 95. This fall is part of our new Kids Club program. We offer live event experiences exclusively for the youngest of fans. On the flip side, we can produce a tailor-made event for fans of an older demographic as well. We work with you every step of the way to get the word out to fans near and far on our local television offerings and to over 50,000 fans and growing on our social media platforms.
Your success is our success. If your group has had enough of candy bar and wrapping paper sales and has the energy to team with our passionate fan base, bringing the NWF experience to your community is the answer to put smiles on faces while raising cash for your cause.
Contact us today to get the ball rolling for your custom-made event that you'll want to bring back year after year to your community.
Don't just take it from us. Here are the folks we've teamed up with in the past.